Good afternoon. I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the May 17, 2022 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. Today, we're going to look at a fascinating passage from the Old Testament, Lamentations chapter 3. You probably have heard this verse. Let's read it, and then you probably have not seen it in its proper context, however. This might be a little bit shocking. And this is from Lamentations chapter 3, 22 to 24. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore, I will wait for him. Lamentations was written by the prophet Jeremiah. He's known as the weeping prophet. He was sent to the southern kingdom of Judah right before the Babylonian captivity. And he tried to, he prophesied and was hoping that people would repent. But God basically told him, you're going to be prophesying and no one's going to repent. But I still want you to say what is going to happen. Now, interestingly, this lamentation is, of course, mourning and grief and sadness and a calling out. That's what lamentation actually means. It starts by saying that the person speaking is a man who is under the wrath of God. Now, obviously, in the moment that Jeremiah was writing that, he recognized that the nation of Judah was coming under the wrath of God. They were going to be punished. And so it had that prophecy, this lamentation, had an immediate application. But I encourage you to just sit and read Lamentations chapter 3. Just let the words roll over you, because you would think for all of your world that it's talking about Jesus Christ. It's talking about things like, they gave me gall to drink, and I offered my cheek to him who struck me, and I'm calling out, and God will redeem me. Oh, will you redeem me? It's absolutely fascinating. They've put me in a pit. They've thrown stones at me, all of which, actually happened to Jesus. So Jesus is the man who actually, for us, had to deal with the wrath of God. The wrath of God poured out on Jesus. So while the chapter in chapter 3 of Lamentations had an immediate impact and an immediate application about Judah and the rightful judgment that was befalling it, it also had a much longer, more, you might say, sustainable message, in that it pointed to the ultimate man who would be placed under the wrath of God, none other than the perfect man, Jesus Christ. Now, what does this say to us? It says to us that if the Lord himself, if Jesus Christ was willing to wait for the Lord, allow the Lord, the Father's plan to unfold in its time, and he trusted, he had the hope of future redemption. If Jesus himself could put his own life into the hands of the Father and trust the Father like that, how much more so can we do that? No, this is absolutely beautiful. The Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. I want to just speak a moment about the word wait here. I think for many of us who are high achievers and real go-getters and kind of alpha people, the word wait has a negative connotation, as if we're not taking responsibility. We're not being proactive. We're just sitting around and, somebody else needs to come and do something for us. Well, shouldn't we be a part of this? Shouldn't we at least be trying to do something? But the word here, wait, has a different connotation. It's not anything to do with laziness or shirking your responsibility. As a matter of fact, it's just the opposite. The connotation is that you are giving way, you're giving appropriate respect and doing what you would do in the presence of someone who is superior to you. For example, in the military, you would wait on your superior officer. You wouldn't just jump in and say, well, I'm in charge now and here's the battle plan. No, you would wait on your commanding officer and allow that officer to call the shots and to call the timing. That's the idea here. And when Jesus was on this earth, yes, he was fully God, but he was fully man. And one of the things that he did while he was here is to model for us, men and women, how that looks. And in that capacity, he was showing what it meant to obey and what it meant to give way or give appropriate respect and place to wait on God the Father. And he did that, of course, perfectly. I want to wait on the Lord. Sometimes that means actually waiting chronologically for things to happen. But sometimes it simply means that no matter what the outside consequences or circumstances look like, you will give place, give way, give the appropriate respect, homage, and obedience to the superior power, to the Lord. I'm J. Lenora Bressler, hoping that you are giving place and waiting for the Lord today. Have a great day and visit me on the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Bye-bye now.